Good morning, good morning, good morning. Fired up on a Tuesday. After several Zoom meetings, we bring to you Fired Up.
We're fired up.
We're fired up. We got a lot going on, as per usual. And we're here to talk about it.
I was literally about to say that.
We are here to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. So feel free to jump in the comments. Pardon me. And get fired up with us. The food equipment industry, the skilled trades. We got to get fired up about these things together. Got to get fired up. We got to get loud. Thefedgroup.com. I keep talking about it. Is it ever going to go live? I don't know.
It will.
Maybe. It might go live this week, next week. I don't know.
You keep talking about your techs not being machines. You do realize that applies to us as well.
We are not machines.
We are not machines. We're mere mortals.
I was just becoming. Michael Scott did that anyway. So yeah, we're not machines. No, we're not. But there's we got to get this up though.
But we're moving the ticker. It's like a little bit each day.
We are. Taz, good morning. Good morning, my coffee jelly lover friend.
Someone asked about this, so if you can talk about it today. Someone did ask, what are the coffee jellies? Because we keep referencing this. And we don't want to have an inside joke in the Fed group.
True.
It's important to involve everyone.
Very true. So yeah, we're in Charlotte, and Taz and I had some downtime, and we're sitting there and we're saying, man, let's go get some coffee. So we walked, we found a little spot, and first thing on the menu was a Vietnamese coffee, and Taz was like, hey, I'll take one of those Vietnamese cold brew coffees. And she was like, well, what do you want? What's the toppings? And he was like, what toppings? What do you mean? we were both sitting there like this. I was like, and so then they were like, we have the coffee jellies, whatever they mentioned. And Taz was like, yeah, we'll all that. Okay. So they put like some cream on top, some whipped cream. I don't know what it was, some white stuff on top. It was like, I don't know if it was whipped cream though. I feel like it was something else. And then it was some jellies, the coffee jellies, and whatever else they did. It was almost like a hazelnutty type taste to it, right?
Okay, yeah. If it was the Vietnamese coffee, it might have been the sweetened condensed milk on top.
But maybe that's what it was. But I feel like there was like a hazelnutty type taste to it. Even it was delicious. Like I don't usually get coffees like that. I'm just a regular hot brew, regular coffee kind of guy, or just an espresso kind of guy. Simple, basic. But this was amazing, and that's what we're talking about with all these jellies. And Lisa's making her own freaking coffee jellies, as you could see in here. If you could see them floating around. Taz, I'm bringing you back to Charlotte, man. Look at that.
It was so good. I told my mom I wanted to just drive over to Charlotte so we could go to Valhalla again.
Oh, Valhalla. Shout out to Valhalla. Probably nobody from there is watching. If you're in Charlotte, I recommend going to Valhalla. I don't know what street it's on, but there's a little thing called Google. It's your friend. You just Google up Valhalla, and it'll tell you exactly where it is. So if you're in Charlotte, I recommend. The food was great.
And the coffee jelly is right up the block from there, in the same plaza.
In the same plaza. Go right up the little street there, and at the end on the left, boom, you're right there. I forgot the name of the place. I feel it was like some Teaspiration or something like that. Was that just like the sticker? I think it was Tea Inspiration or Teaspiration or something like that. Anyway, there's your coffee jelly talk for the morning and your afternoon. And actually, we just got a new coffee machine here.
What?
Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you this.
You did not.
Well, don't be. It's not. You're not going to be blown away. It's just a basic coffee machine.
Am I going to have to just continue to use my espresso machine?
T-Fusion Uptown.
T-Fusion Uptown.
Yeah, you're going to have to continue to use that. But listen, I'm going to get something. By the way, I'm looking to partner with a espresso coffee machine manufacturer to put in the test kitchen, and that we'll be able to have our sales team sell and myself sell while we're on the road. That's one of the missing pieces of the puzzle: coffee and beverage equipment of that style, coffee espresso machine. So if you know someone, if you're someone and you want to partner with us here in New Jersey, we could be your distributor. Reach out. End of that. So, but we got a little coffee machine upstairs, and I didn't tell you this. I ordered. So we have a break room upstairs that has been just kind of dormant. We haven't been doing anything. You know where the file room was?
Yes.
So I ordered furniture for that yesterday.
Cool.
So it's gonna be cool little like bench style, like table chair thing. Really cool. Mm-hmm. It almost matches like this top, something like this. And we got a coffee bar set up. And I'm going to Costco to get this cool little fridge. That's not like huge. It's like this high.
I saw that.
A very cool little fridge just to put upstairs for that break room because we want people to start getting away from their desks.
You want people to start taking breaks?
Well, I think it's important because we're getting so busy. And your mind, when you're sitting there for so long, I mean, you could overwhelm the hell out of yourself.
Absolutely.
So we want to make sure that, with all the hours that people are spending here, they get away. And that's been something that's been on the pike, but we just haven't done it yet. I got a lot of things on the pike here. I'm still waiting for the electrician. The last piece of the puzzle.
I thought that the coffee equipment was the last piece.
Well, that's a piece. But I'm talking about for the test kitchen.
Yeah.
The electrician, I'm just waiting for him to get me his packet because I got to go to City Hall for permits and stuff. So once I have that, I should have it in hand this week. This will be getting done. Well, the break room will be getting done. We're going to be putting new art up little by little. We got Michael Jordan up here. You can't see it. But we're going to put art up everywhere little by little.
We will do a vlog so that everybody can see.
Yeah, we will. We will do a vlog. So there's a lot of cool things going on here. We're excited, fired up to get the building in order. Yesterday I mentioned we got another technician on the road. I'm in talks with a couple of other guys. We're just building. The call load is tremendous. I know we're all feeling it. I've never seen a call load like we have right now. I'm literally yesterday we working with a dealer that reached out to us. They're going to be sending over a tilt skillet to a location. He's like, if I get you tracking, they'll be shipping, this week. Okay, cool. I said, just so you know, you're 3 weeks out from that install happening. And I have manufacturer going, really takes you that long to do an install? What planet do these people live on that can actually sit there? Well, how come I don't have the controller I ordered 2 months ago? I mean, it's all of the same vein. I mean, we're backed up. What do you want me to tell you? That's the honest God's truth. Like, I don't have a physical body. Well, can you send them? Maybe we could do it after. No. I can't make these guys work 90 hours a day.
That was a cute little.
We're taking a break for our sponsor, MasterCard. Is that MasterCard?
Yes, it is.
For everywhere life happens.
And it's a whole ad we have to watch too. There we go. How about you tell everyone why we have the ads?
Well, we have the ads because Lisa, we have a little USB stick that goes in the back of these smart TVs that kind of helps us loop in the Fed to the future and the FedCon and all that stuff. So she had it in the TV when we were doing our fired up lives with Taz and Josh in a hotel room. And listen, she forgot it in the back of the TV. That's an honest mistake. Come on. I probably would have forgot it too. I would have. I don't think I would have. I know I would have.
So now I got to work on getting that USB back. So, or I'll just buy a new USB.
Well, I can get you a new USB. We can just put the logos back on it.
Yeah, basically.
Or whatever you do.
I'm just gonna bring in Taz's comment here. Try sitting in the same spot for 18 months. I'm surprised I didn't get arrested in North Carolina. Blew my voice out and everything. Breaks are important.
True. What's the next thing he said?
You should show a scrubbed version of what calls you knock out in a day.
A scrubbed version?
Scrubbed, like the show scrubbed?
Like the show? Like enlighten me on this. Forgive me if I'm a little slow. I am a little slow. So a scrubbed version, like a condensed version, like a condensed version of the calls you knock out in a day. How would we do that though? Like on the road with technicians? We have to do that, by the way. The world is opened back up. We could probably swing ourselves into some locations. We'll be out on the road tomorrow filming.
No, like take customers' names off scrub.
What? I'm more confused now. Now I'm even more confused. Give me some coffee jellies, Lisa. I need to.
Taz needs his coffee jellies.
Well, we'll wait for Taz to sort that out, and he's probably laughing over there. But yeah, I mean, we're talking. There's a lot of stuff to be fired up about. We're going to be talking about what are we talking about, Lisa?
You're talking about fired up about big dreams.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that. But real quickly, just to finish my last thought, he's going to send me one. Okay, thank you. I don't even know what he's sending me, but I'll look forward to it. Okay, so just to finish my thought on with the installation game, we're 3 weeks out. Bottom line, 3 weeks out, and there's different reasons for that. Unfortunately, I will say this: we had 3 of our guys, unfortunately, get into an accident while driving to a job site, and 3 of them are injured. Nothing critical, thankfully. Everyone's okay. The Ford F-250, the truck is totaled. So we will have to probably look to replace that, but things are replaceable, and these guys are okay. So they're being taken care of and doing what they have to do for themselves right now. I actually have to reach out to them to see how they're doing and maybe see about getting them in here to just talk with them, keep their minds okay, keep their minds focused. But that, of course, sets us back because those 3 guys were very intricate into the install game that we're doing here. So there's different things that come into play, and these are challenges that, real life, man, every day you wake up, you don't know what's going to happen. It's you get punched in the face, you take a couple of jabs, before you know it, you have more challenges. Now we have more challenges and more things we're trying to figure out. So yeah, the install game right now, 40 plus deep, we bring in equipment every day. More equipment's coming every day.
That warehouse
it's getting
full. It's so full.
That's nothing. Believe me. Wait. You'll see more's coming.
Ooh.
It's going to be hard to walk in there. And, if you know our area, we're in like a residential area. So I've been looking for these big like metal garage things that we can erect over here. Everything's on back order. So I was going to get a 20-footer, with, 8 to 10 foot high ceiling, metal, has a back door to get out. And of course a garage to throw up. Because what I want to do is I want to start storing equipment out there. And we'd never had a forklift here. So I was going to get a forklift, something to be able to take stuff off the truck and get it right into that garage. So we can start doing things a little bit faster, a little bit smarter, make life a little bit easier on everybody's backs. We're all getting old here, Lisa.
Chris says we use pods.
Yeah. That was years ago. Not years ago, probably just before the pandemic. That was one of the things I was looking into. I might reopen that one too. I might take a look at that.
Quentin says, need a hand? I'll be a free agent.
Quentin, we need you. How do we get you down to Jersey? Let's get him on a Greyhound.
We got to get him up to Jersey.
I mean, up to Jersey. We got to get you up to Jersey on a Greyhound. So listen, we're talking. Let's get into the fired up topic about the dream thing. I posted on Facebook on Sunday. I do a lot of thinking on Sundays, more than usual probably. And I just came across a little graphic that I go into Adobe Spark. If you're not using Adobe Spark, I recommend it. Download that app on your phone. It's free. Came across this thing that said, if your dreams don't scare you, they're too small. Now, I've heard that before. We probably all heard that before. I don't know who exactly said it. But if your dreams don't scare you, they are too small. And I started thinking about that. Now I'm thinking, here I am, Sunday morning, just trying to have a nice morning. And here come all my raging thoughts. But
here's the paranoia and the anxiety that you were trying to relax from.
It just doesn't stop. I can't turn it off. But when you look at what we're doing here, and again, I talk from my perspective, my opinion. This is all, take from it what you will. We all have our own dreams. We'll have our own things. I can't speak for yours. I can only speak from my perspective, from mine. So, you're looking at Maliki Parts and Service, and I'm gonna go back a little bit, Lisa. So Maliki Parts and Service, growing up in the business with my father, right? So learning everything I did from him, some good stuff, some bad stuff. I took a little bit of both from him, I'm sure. But I'm also creating my own way now as I get into my late 30s here, right? So, but I always felt like I was in the shadow. I was in my father's shadow. And I think any family business, you might have that father-son dynamic where it's like, damn, how am I supposed to fill my dad's shoes? How am I supposed to take this thing to the next level? I hear him talking. I hear him saying things. I'm like, oh my God, this guy knows everything. I don't know anything. How am I supposed to run this? I'm not smart enough. I'm not strong enough. I don't have the mental fortitude. I don't have any of the stuff that he has. I'm never going to be able to do this. But, you keep waking up every day and you keep coming in, because if you don't show up on time, your dad comes and finds you and smacks you upside the head. So at least that happened to me a couple of times when I was supposed to be in work and I wasn't there. But you keep showing up every day and you keep coming in, and eventually you learn, and then you learn a little bit more, and then you learn a little bit more. I learned this whole thing not wanting to learn this thing, and I'm grateful I did. But even taking over and everything, it was always my dad's company. I got to make it my own. So I feel like I've done a good job at this point in the game, at least for my own mental. Maybe everybody else, I don't know what everybody else thinks, other people's opinions. But you know what they say about people's opinions? They're like a-holes, right? Everybody got one. I can't worry about what other people think. I can't. It's what I think every day that's going to keep me moving. So I have to make sure I'm talking as good to myself as I possibly can, right in between these two ears here, just like you should be doing. But, I feel like I've done a good job creating a different band because it was Maliki Mechanical.
Yeah.
I immediately changed the logo. I immediately changed that we're not Maliki Mechanical or MPS now. We're Maliki Parts and Service. It's the same company. It's the same name, just a little twist. And I know it might be insignificant to some people, but for me, it was crucial because I wasn't running Nat in here. Wasn't running Maliki Mechanical. Now we're running Maliki Parts and Service, and we're saying we don't want to just be, this. We want to focus on a lot of other things now. So we started, doing different things with technology and bringing a lot of different things to the table and over time. So I'm saying this because what I'm leading up to is there was this dream that started to get, boiling up in my belly here, the fire in the belly. After watching Gary Vee for a long time, saying, man, I've always wanted to do this. But I was in my dad's shadow. I was doing this. I don't know if I should do it now. But once my dad was kind of out of the picture and retired and gone, that's when I actually decided to do it. And then that dream kind of developed over time into what the Fed Group is now, and Fed Media and Food Equipment Digital Disruptors, if you're watching. And this was mine. It was, my dad had nothing to do with it. And this was major for my mental moving into the next phase of my life in my 30s. I guess I'm 39 now. I can realistically say, I guess I was 35-ish, 36-ish when this really all started to develop. And it's been a few years now, and it's given me confidence that I never had before. Maybe people thought I had confidence, maybe because I faked it or whatever I had to do. We interrupt this for a message, but it was super important for me, again, for my mental to say, man, this is mine. This is my stake in the ground now. Because and I don't want to. One day I'll write a book, but there was a lot of uneasy things that happened between me and my dad over the years, and words hurt, words cut, words can make you want to surrender, especially when it's coming from someone that you look at like, a hero, or maybe not a hero, but someone's opinion. When you value someone's opinion and they are cutting you down, it hurts. So it could put you in a hole. And I dug out of this hole, and the Fed Nation, Fed Group is something that was a very important piece of that puzzle, whether anybody here knows that or not. And there's a dream now of being the industry's the food equipment industry's place for marketing and branding. It's a place for you to all have a voice. It's a place that we want to put the skilled trades to the top of the list. We want to educate. We want to train. We want to develop skills so the next generation knows what the hell is going on here and sees the opportunity. There's going to be millions of jobs unaccounted for in this decade that we're living in. And, you think it's hard to get a technician to your location now? Wait, it's going to get harder and harder if we don't do something about it. And, that's what the Fed Group is going to be. And it's going to be a place for all people, for men, women, children of all ages, everything, right? It's everyone. It's all inclusive, from the reps to the dealers, to the manufacturers, to the service companies, to the consultants, to the facilities, to the service techs. This is your place. This is your place to be, to dwell, to thrive, to learn, to connect, to build, to grow. There's a big dream here. Putting on this conference, the first one we did, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. it was keep me up at night figuring out how I got to sell these tickets. I'm obligated to the hotel. I'm obligated to the sponsors. I'm obligated all these different things. All these people putting their faith in me and what this movement was. I mean, think about that. Partstown, Heritage, Hobart, Davisware, Magali, Alpha Omega, United Service Technologies, all these people, Pacinka Ferry, all these people that AmeriCooler, all these companies that put their money up to sponsor a conference that I don't think they really even knew what it was. They didn't even know what it was. We got down there. We put panels on. We had keynotes. We were talking about marketing and branding and how it can affect our sales and how it can really drive our message and change the narrative for our companies and for our own personal brands as we build for the next generation, as we build our business and seeing the importance of it. And I'm seeing people do it more and more. It's not on any crazy level, but we're seeing a little bit more of it. Shout out to my man, Jason Wange, who is doing the Food Service Power Plant Network. I mean, we talked briefly at MOFSI at the conference in San Diego before the pandemic hit. Then we talked a little bit early on in the pandemic. And now, you know, I gave him as much as I could to, you know, not everybody takes it and runs with it. Jason took whatever we talked about and ran with it and made he did all the work. He made, I mean, look what he's doing. I mean, there's something to be said about the hard work and consistency that you put in every single friggin' day to build that dream. And I know he's probably saying himself, I'm nowhere close to where I want to be. I'm nowhere close to where we want to be. We have grandiose things here that we're dreaming about. Building a media company, building this thing from the ground up. Are we going to fail? I don't know. In my mind, I don't think so. But you just never know what's around the corner. You don't know what's going to happen every day you wake up when you get punched in the face. But that's the point. You get punched in the face and you got to keep going. You can't stop. What's the point then? And Gary, you know, I listened to Gary the other day and he was talking about, and I'm trying to remember this because it's so true. I swear to God, I'm thankful for him because all the things that I thought of.
For anyone who doesn't know who Gary is, just clarify.
Well, Gary V is an entrepreneur. I don't know, a speaker. He has Vayner Media. He just put out his own NFTs or whatever.
How many people know who Gary V is?
So Gary Vaynerchuk, look him up. But a lot of the things he thinks about is or his core values or the way he moves or have been here my whole life. And I'm like, I don't know if I was right or wrong for thinking this, but he's almost given me the confidence to be like, okay, I could be me. I could think this way. And this is okay. Like I could think for myself. And he said, you know, trying to buy the jets is better than actually buying them. Right? Because he loves the chase. He loves building. Like he's like, oh my God, I need over $1 billion to do this. You know how hard it's going to be to get there. Even though he might be worth 100 million, there's still 900 million left to go. Yep. A long way. So when I love this. Let me just finish that thought. I love that because all the stuff that we're doing leading up to it. Once you kind of like, even like with the Giants when they win the Super Bowl. Like it was so fun, the process of cheering for my team, but then they got there and then it was like it was like anticlimactic after that. And even like going on vacation, he mentioned, like it's so exciting building up to the vacation. Like even for me, my favorite part is the airport, Lisa. Getting to the airport, going there. Once I get to the vacation, it's good and it's all good and everything, but that anticipation and that build up to get there is exciting to me.
We are not on the same page with that.
That's okay.
And I just wanted to bring up this comment because I'm also going to show Josh something in our room here. So Josh quotes Michael Jordan. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games 26 times. I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. So Josh, just so you know, Michael Jordan is actually one of my heroes. I have to just show you this. And I'm going off the cuff here to show you right here. Look at that. When Rich asked me, what do I want in to inspire me in this office? I said, I want a Michael Jordan poster. So that is how I got that. So
There
thank
you
you,
go.
Rich, for my Michael Jordan inspiration.
It is inspiring. He's an inspiring dude, man. He's the real deal. He's the real deal. And you know what it is? It's not just his playing. He respects the game. He has respect for it. And that's the same thing like here. Like you got to respect the game. You got to respect it. We got to respect what we're doing here. And so this is a tall task. And now we're tasked with a conference that's going to be bigger. Dozens of sponsors, hundreds of attendees. I mean, we have 200 tickets we're ready to sell. We're going to release it. We're going to release 200 ticket sales. There's going to be a lot at stake here. You know, do I worry that we're going to sell one? Yeah, of course I do. I don't know how to even like put it into words. It's mind blowing what happened the first time. If that was mind blowing, this is going to be earth shattering. What happens here this time if we pull it off and we do it? And you know, just from the meetup, you know, you meet in Charlotte, you see the love for each other and meeting and wanting to build and connect. And there might be rival companies sitting next to each other. So what? We wake up every day and work for our family and our business. If I could be buddies with the guy next to me and he's in the same market, I'm cool with that. Now, there's much to be said about other things that might come into play. You know, when the gloves come off, the gloves come off. I get that. But if we're doing things the right way with respect for the game, aka respect for the industry, respect for the marketplace, that can be done. It can be done. That's what the community of competition is. Not always that way. That's life. That's life.
We just have a couple comments here. It's always a journey, given the ultimate destination. Wow, that's dark.
Yeah, but I mean, well, it is true.
But true.
It is true, and look at that. That's another thing that Gary, like, you're gonna die. Why not go for the gusto?
Yeah.
Why not go for it all? You're gonna die anyway. You're gonna die. Is every little thing that's happening to you throughout the day really that important? You got to have that hard conversation with someone. Have it. So what? You got to do what you got to do. You're building something. You're not going to be here forever. You're going to die. Like that's what that like whole comment was really all about. You're going to die. Do something about it.
And Chris, commenting on Michael Jordan is he loved the practice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's what it is. Building up, leading up to the game. That's what it is for me. The lead up. You know, the chase, the early mornings, the late nights, the in-betweens, the hard work, the stress, all that stuff, that's all part of when you look back on it, you know, just when you're about to, you know, when we get to that conference, all the stuff we're doing, right? Mm-hmm. This is all like, even though it's stressful and there's a lot of different things.
I'll probably cry, just letting you know.
It's okay. I'll probably cry too. I probably cry a couple times a week for different things. I swear to God. It's good for the soul. It's good for the soul. My grandmother always said that. It's good for the soul. Let the tears out. Be sweet, baby. Go get it, son. So, but imagine the lead up to the Fed conference. There's so much that's going to go into it. And when we get there, yeah, it's going to be gratifying and feel that, but we're going to look back at that journey. We're going to look back at all those little things and all those things, the little things that led to the big things. That's what's exciting to me. When it's all over, it's like,
we're going to look back at this date, June 29th, and how I'm trying to create a table to create the block for all the time slots in the agenda. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, these are tough tasks, whether anybody knows that or not. And they're attached. These tasks are attached to the dream. That's the dream, to get everybody right now in that room and then to build on that momentum. You can't take the foot off the gas. Now we got to talk about masterminds and Fed memberships and, you know, access to industry leaders and what that's going to look like in the membership and all these different things that are part of this big dream to get everybody in the same place over and over and over again to create impact for the next guy or girl that are watching. Yep. We have an obligation. In my mind, we have an obligation. That's what we're doing. So what is
Oh, what is this? What is this? Over 15,000 tickets placed for food equipment April through May. Over 12,000 were completed, almost 3,000 still open. 6.63 days open average. It was 2.57 average pre-pandemic. let those numbers soak for a minute. Woo.
So Walmart is placing calls. Yeah, I mean that's a big gap.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah, when you're looking at a week to a few days, I mean, less than a few days. I mean, that's what you want. You know, for us here, we want that 2 to 3 day turnaround. It's just, you know, it's hard. You know, it's going back to, you know, some of the things we were talking about earlier with the installs with this. You know, we like to have those 2 to 3 day turnarounds, but with everything that's happening and the calls that keep coming in. Hey, Rich, can you get there today? Hey, can you get there tomorrow? Hey, can you get there right now? Hey, how do I get back with the parts that I ordered? How do I get back to do it? Sometimes it's taking 5, 6, 7, 8 days to get back. And we communication is key for sure. Letting the customer know and keeping them in the loop. But sometimes that's just not good enough. And I know we're gonna, you know, even if we communicate it to death, we're still not gonna have happy people at the end of this. But everything we do is with good intent. I can promise you that. What's that test saying?
That is just food. It's the same with all the others. Parts and labors are binding us all up.
Yeah, we're all binded up. So yeah, crazy stuff going on all across the industry, but that doesn't mean we stop dreaming and stop working and stop building. And you know, I have no doubt that what we bring to you for FedCon is going to leave you inspired, leave you with actionable items to walk out with. And, you know, through this community that we're building, you know, we talk about the access to industry leaders. I think that's going to be a super big differentiator. Being able to have one-on-ones and time to talk with people and having that video knowledge base that we're going to have that you could refer to over and over again. It's going to be something like you've never seen before. So stay tuned. I know we're talking about stay tuned, coming soon, all that stuff. It's all going to happen. And when it comes, it's going to be worth the wait. So I'm excited for FedCon. I can't wait to start putting out the ticket sales and the sponsorships and let everybody know what's going on. And last but not least, before I go, NAFM is coming. We're going to be releasing a Fed official meetup. It's not just a meetup though; it's an event. So it will be an event, and there will be a limit to people that can come because this is going to be, hopefully, we're looking at Top Golf, and there'll actually be a limit to the people that actually can come. So it will be first come, first serve when you sign up. Get ready. We're going to be putting on a major event. I'll be announcing who is the sponsor for this event. And we're going to start creating some buzz. So get excited. NAFM's coming. Ladies and gentlemen, keep going day in and day out. Make the dream real. And listen, we'll see you tomorrow. Stay well.